We continue to follow the breaking news of the morning. Officials now confirming that the implementation of congestion pricing is indefinitely on hold.
Josh Einiger here because you've dug into this quite deeply, so you have a lot of insight. But we do want to get out to first Anthony Johnson. He's live in Fort Lee, New Jersey. Anthony.
Yeah, you know, the mayor of Fort Lee and, of course, the congressman, the governor, they've all been fighting against this for the past 5 years. So today we did get word from Congressman Gottheimer that he considers this to be a victory, and he thinks that hopefully this is something that'll be a reprieve for many of the motorists that use the George Washington Bridge to go into New York City. As a matter of fact, it's a pretty good number of people driving across this bridge, and the thought was that after June 30th, once congestion pricing was supposed to start, that the congestion here at the GWB would just continue to grow and grow, and of course that meant a lot more pollution in this area. So that has been a big issue that they've been fighting. So obviously they're happy about this decision coming from Governor Hochul. I'm sure it's a wait-and-see situation. As you know, the state of New Jersey, as part of a lawsuit to stop congestion pricing, and many have been waiting and hoping that some decisions would be coming this month in this fight against congestion pricing. It's been very interesting, of course, watching this whole thing develop. Me, myself, I had been driving into New York City the last few weekends thinking to myself, once I get below 60th starting June 30th, I'd probably turn around before I went through that toll and would no longer go south of 60th Street. So I was driving in New York City just to get a feel for what it was like and kind of just say, hey, you know what, that price is a little too steep. So I think a lot of people here in New Jersey were thinking about that price, thinking about the price tag, that extra $15 starting June 30th, and wondering how often they would go into the city. It's interesting that finally the decisions were made based on the economics of the central business district in Midtown, and of course the politics that are attached to this. A lot of people were saying that the Republican Party was going to use this to go ahead and say that the Democrats pushed this thing through. Understand that former president, of course presidential candidate Donald Trump, was even talking about eliminating congestion pricing if he won in office. So there's a whole lot of things that play into this, but of course here in New Jersey it's all about the lawsuit, and we're probably going to hear from motorists that were making their alternative plans, finding out what they were going to do once June 30th came. Now that that's been put on hold, they'll probably start telling us different things about what their future plans are as far as driving into the city or using mass transit. As far as New Jersey Transit is concerned, I actually talked to the executive director just last week and asked him about this specific point, and he said that New Jersey Transit would be ready to go ahead if more people started riding New Jersey Transit to get into the city.